Hello, welcome back to another Ruffa Sports Cars video. In today's video, I have a very important topic at hand. It's going to be to regurgitate my actual thoughts and why I think everyone is wrong on why repacks aren't fully done yet. Now, I did make a video, it's my actual last video that I'm releasing. When I'm releasing this, it's my last video on my thoughts to do with it. I tried to get my point across. I didn't do it in the way I would love to have done. So I'm making this video. I'm gonna hit all the points that I really wanna hit. I'm gonna do it very quickly. I wanna say this, repacks are more than likely not done, and I'm gonna tell you exactly why in this video. And a lot of the YouTube channels that you've listened to have been telling you lies or just not knowing what they're saying. So here's my points here. Professionally sealed surprise sets are different than surprise sets. So professionally sealed is the key word here. Professionally sealed, what does that mean? That obviously means that it's going to be something to do with sealed. My ideology behind what they're trying to encompass with professionally sealed means the actual legitimate randomness of repacks in general. Whatnot is cracking down on professionally sealed surprise sets. But I have looked into surprise sets before this, literally 2 months, 3 months before, in order to do my own repacks, because as you know, I've been talking about it here and there on the channel, and I've been looking to get into my own repacks. But where I was leaning towards was this thing called surprise sets. It is completely different than professionally sealed surprise sets. That is what I'm getting. Now, you might be asking, why is no one talking about this? Legitimately, 99% of repacks don't use this feature. And also, I looked at the surprise sets live streams right now. I think there's one out of maybe 200 plus live streams that are sports cards doing that. So let me go into the big thing that people are talking about. Whatnot has changed their policy, and the first line, the first paragraph, the first sentence, rather, of the policy change to professionally sealed repack products or surprise products are as followed. It's literally stated here. This is word for word that, at least when I transferred over, this is what I wrote down. Hopefully this is exactly what it is, but I'll maybe pop it up on the screen too. But professionally sealed surprise products are items that have been packaged and professionally sealed by manufacturer where the contents of specific packages are not known to the buyer or seller. So they're already establishing their description and their their definition of what a professionally sealed surprise products are right there. It's going to be that is what it's going to be referred to from now on. Now, that does not encompass what they are referring to it as right now or what they were going to refer to as some other ones. So let's say if you're at home, they're encompassing every single thing like this. So you have a surprise set or a repack product, right? You put it in a bubble mailer, you slap your logo on the thing, you put it in a box. You have no idea. Sometimes there's bad apples and all that. That's what they're trying to crack down on, is the act of those bad apples and the not knowing when people actually know and stuff like that, and also some other things, right? They're trying to make it more transparent. So what they're doing is professionally sealed is a no-no. When you professionally seal it and say it's completely randomness, there's not, you're gonna have to I'll touch on it later, but it's when it's completely random. So if you have it in envelopes, if you have it in boxes, if you have it in polyester packaging, literally if you have it in something where you can't tell anything to do with the cards and it's just complete randomness, that's what they're cracking down on. Keyword, professionally sealed. Professionally sealed is the key word for that policy. I don't know why people are completely just disregarding the idea of professionally sealed, but they're also disregarding surprise sets in the policy. Surprise sets. What are surprise sets? So surprise sets are pretty much like if you because a lot of people and most people do know what a team break is. A team break, obviously, you have certain teams. You have 32 teams for football, 30 teams for baseball and basketball, right? The random teams that you get, the random team breaks, right? Think of it like this. Instead of a break for random teams, the surprise sets is practically a break for a random card in the repack, in the surprise set. So I have a ton of cards here. If I wanted to do a surprise set or a potential repack, just a different name for it, I could put this Shohei Legend in the Making. I could put this Battery Bath numbered to 50 Father's Day. I could put this Chris Paul first year optic numbered to 25. I could put this Kyrie numbered to 25. Like, I could put these cards in there and have it be a surprise set. Now, you might be confused. The surprise set action is, it used to encompass any, like, pretty much you would be able to do like sealed products and stuff like that also in them. That's what they're cracking down on. I'm gonna have a video of me going over surprise sets. I literally have a screen recording and I'm gonna commentate over at the end too. So if you're confused on what I'm talking about, wait till the end and you might understand a little more too. So surprise sets, it's going to be the action of encompassing a bunch of products and then pretty much random team or random product breaking it out to people. That is what a surprise set is. Professionally sealed surprise sets would then be the repack where you have it enclosed in a bubble mail or enclosed in a a box, stuff like that. So when I looked into surprise sets for my own repack, there has been no policy change for these standard surprise sets. Now, will Whatnot change that? They certainly could. Will they, once it rolls out November 3rd, could they change it? Yes. But as of now, from the original policy for these surprise sets, they have made no changes. There is no change to surprise sets in general, but there is now a professionally sealed surprise set policy that they have. So any repack that is professionally sealed will have to be streamed under the surprise set, professionally sealed surprise set category. That's what's changing, the big change there that people aren't understanding. So little people know of this. Literally 99% of repacks do not use this surprise set feature. It's why people aren't talking about it, why people don't understand the actual implications of this, and why, only reason really why I know personally what's happening is because I looked into it and because I know there's no policy change for these standard surprise sets. So someone messaged me, a viewer of the channel messaged me because they were a little confused. They heard another video and they were like, you're wrong. But I got them to actually understand my side of things and why I think I am correct. So they were saying any repack period, and all repacks must be professionally sealed by approved outlets before being sold. They never said any of that. Now, they did say that for professionally sealed ones. The key word there, again, professionally sealed. But they did not say surprise sets in general. That's the key word, is professionally sealed surprise sets. Surprise sets is completely different. If you're adding on this professionally sealed, if it's not professionally sealed and you have the transparency of putting in every single card in the surprise set, then you are actually doing the surprise set, not having it be professionally sealed. If that makes sense, I'm gonna go over I'm gonna literally have a screen recording of me and I'm gonna commentate over it and do more points. So if you don't understand or you're a little confused, there's a thing. But I also want you to comment down below in the comment section, because I will respond to every single comment I do on every single one of my videos. And this is a very big topic right now because people are swaying you guys in the wrong direction, this direction, but I think it's this direction. So how do I know? I looked into it for my own repacks. These surprise sets do not have to be sealed. They do not have to be professionally sealed. Surprise sets in general, there is no policy that states, at least as of now, that I've read and that to my understanding, that there will be a only surprise sets that have to be professionally sealed. It doesn't say anything about that. It can be still non-professionally sealed surprise sets. Okay? Surprise sets, they automatically have a checklist. What does that mean? That means transparency. That means truthfulness. That means think the random team break, but for repacks, right? So you know how many teams there are in football. You know how many teams there are in basketball and baseball. Though that's a transparent process, you know when you're getting into a random team, what teams are available and what teams have cards in the product, because that's all public information and access. Now your chances to hit those teams are all the same. That's a little more fair game than it is to be saying, hey, I have this Kobe LeBron tribute, right? PSA 10, red, white, and blue. That's what we're chasing in these products, in these sealed products that no one has any idea. And then it ends up being, hey, down the line, 10,000, packs down the line, we finally hit this card. That's what they're cutting down on, is those bad apples who, might put it off till the end to make their most money. They're cutting down and doing these things for certain reasons, right? That's the exact reason why policy changes happen, is certain reasons and certain happenings in the hobby, or just anything in general. So cards would be put into a list. It would have a checklist. Again, referring to these cards that I have, you would put them into a list. It would be a surprise set for Luke McCaffrey RPA, Kate Martin, red, white, blue, Patrick Mahomes, Ken Griffey Jr. SSP, Victor Wembanyama Silver Ice, Jerry Rice triple, Lou Dort, Byron Buxton there, booklet patch autograph of Henry Ellard. You're going to be able to do that thing. Now, what you're going to have to do is you'll have to put them out somewhere. I'll just say it right here, right? I have a ton of cards over here as well. I'm going to put them all right here. Say I filled out every single one of these, and this is exactly what I was going to do for my stream. That's why I know what this is and why I feel I'm very confident talking to you guys about them. What I was going to do is put them all right here. This was going to be my stream. They're all on the screen. They're all here. If you guys want to see, instead of having to look at a checklist, I can go right here and go, look at that, Joey B. Look at that, Garrett Wilson, number to 35. Look at that, Stetson Bennett, number to 15. Kelly Ringo, number to 49. It's automatically done, because you're going to have to type out every single card and every single hit or potential item in that surprise set list that you're creating until you before you sell them off. That's the entire point. You're pretty much making your own product. You're making your own surprise set, except there's no sealed aspect to it. There's no sealed aspect to this. I'm not putting it in a thing that we go, okay, well, we have no idea where we're getting. Everyone knows what you're getting into, right? You're getting into this Dallas Goedert. You're getting into this gold wave to 10. You're getting into this Keegan Murray audit. You have this checklist that's out there. I can even run through the cards out right here. It's a complete transparent process, and the idea of everyone knows what they're hunting, different than professionally sealed ones. That's what I'm getting out of this thing. I could be wrong, but I am pretty sure I'm right, and there's a lot of people swaying you differently and putting in the wrong direction here. So then the app would randomize the cards to the respective buyers. So you would win an auction, then you would then end up getting a random card. Let's just say the Jahmyr Gibbs Optic Holo rated rookie. That's the card you would get. The person would then go and find it, show you it, or potentially, maybe they just leave it in the pile right there, right? And you're like, but I'm sure they would try to find it, right? So you got, why aren't they just doing this already? That was a question that he asked. Transparency, that equals less money. Now, I think I've proven that a little differently, because I've been very transparent with you guys on YouTube, sharing my profit margins, sharing my revenue, sharing my buying processes and all that. I've shown that you can actually build a business off of transparency. So the concept transparency equals less money isn't true, but that's what they're thinking. Transparency equals less money because they're obviously doing certain things where they'll put in a 25-cent bin, a dime card box, a quarter box card in the repack, and then throw in one of these every now and then, right? That's their process. It's less money to them because there's actually a little bit of transparency. But as I said in my other video that I established my thoughts on it, and not just trying to hit out this topic because it's very, very important. The thing with these surprise sets, they still go crazy. Some of the prices go really crazy, especially when they have the room to do it. I am thinking of one room in particular. I'm not going to share the name, but when they do surprise sets, they go crazy. And also the ease of process is a lot easier for me to go and put this in a bubble mail or seal it up, put my little sticker, my little label on it, and then rip it open than it is to type out 500, 600, 700, well, technically you can only do 500 cards or 500 items in a surprise set max, so 100, et cetera, et cetera. So will some people switch over? My guess is yes and no. Some people might just get out of the game in general. It's going to be, some people might not even realize. Maybe they'll realize 2, 3, 4 years down the road. But my point of this is I'm trying to help save some of the market and some of the actual knowledge that you guys have currently. And then maybe also you at home, if you haven't done your own repack or are thinking about it, this might be your opportunity to do it. Are repacks done? Not fully yet. There's still going to be repacks, especially if the policy doesn't change for surprise sets in general. To my understanding, it hasn't yet. I could be wrong, but I am pretty sure if anyone is right on this whole thing, it's probably going to be more than likely me, because I don't think anyone's even explained surprise sets to anyone in general and all that. So summarization, professionally sealed is the key word. No one knows what surprise sets is. Literally, people are all just talking, repacks are done, repacks are done. No one even knows what a surprise set is. No one can explain to you that's exactly what a surprise set is. And I'm going to go over, I have literally 9 minutes of me screen recording on my phone, just trying to find surprise sets in general. I'm going to talk more. You guys love my voice, I know. I'm just joking, sorry. Here we go. Repacks are more than likely not done for those who actually care. So if a business is actually only repack model heavy, right? That's the only thing they do. If you actually care, more than likely it's not going to impact them. They're just going to switch over to the surprise sets. More transparency is always nice. Very, very nice of what not to do that. Again, it's not done though, but you're going to actually have an idea of what you can hit. Or else if they actually have proof that that person didn't even have that card in front of them and all that. Every single thing in a surprise set will have to be displayed on the screen at all times, is the whole thing too. There's still going to be wild streams. There's still going to be those streams where every now and then, or they'll have a random prism vet parallel or vet base, right, as a chase or as an item in their surprise set, and then they're going to have 5 cards of $15 to $20 value, and they're still going to get $8, $9, $10 somehow. It's still going to be some wild stuff happening, I'm guessing, as there already is with those surprise sets. Is there going to be maybe less repackers? I would think potentially. So I think I hit all my points there, and that was actually a really good time frame for me. In 20 minutes, hammered it out. If you have any questions down below, please let me know, because I really did try to hit every single topic at hand. Surprise sets are not very, very known, and the only reason why I know about them is because of me trying to get into repacks and trying to figure out the best way for me to get repacks into my business model, because I do have certain morals that I follow, such as I don't like posting people's faces on my videos. I don't like doing repacks. I don't like putting cards in one touches when I sell on Whatnot personally. I don't like doing scummy things, certain things, right? I don't like holding up a camera in somebody's face and saying, hey, do you have this, I don't like, there's certain things I don't do because of just my morals in general and what I believe in personally. So, surprise sets, big takeaway here. Know the professionally sealed part is more than likely going to have an impact on it. Surprise sets and professionally sealed surprise sets, to my understanding, are going to be completely different things. The professionally sealed is the biggest part of it. Professionally sealed surprise sets, people aren't even breaking down what it means. People aren't even realizing that they're literally in the article. the surprise sets policy article, right? The surprise, or the professionally sealed surprise sets article and policy article and whatnot. It literally says in the middle of it, check out other policy articles, or check out our other policies here for surprise sets. And it's literally you click it, it brings you to the exact one I'm talking about that has not changed, where it says they have to be the same certain products. So when Whatnot says on that as a surprise set, it has to be the same certain product. What my guess is that because if someone wants to do, say, like a repack, they'll have to do sealed products only, right? I say repack, I mean professionally sealed surprise set, right? If they want to do a, let's just say a graded grail, which is a PSA certified repack that would be approved to sell on Whatnot as of now. Literally one of the only ones that is approved to sell on Whatnot as of now is a graded grail. That is Jeff Wilson's brand, the only reason why I know what that is. But the thing is they can't end up throwing in like a Joe Burrow pink camo if they're going to do a surprise set. That is my guess, because it has to encompass the same type of product. If you're going to do signed memorabilia, you can't do sports cards in the middle of it. If you're going to do just memorabilia in general, so like say jerseys and all that, you can't do sports cards with it. If you're going to do Pokemon, I don't think you can do sports cards with it. I think it has to be the same type. So you can do sports cards with sports cards. You can do Pokemon cards with Pokemon cards. You can do sealed product with sealed product. You can do signed memorabilia with signed memorabilia. You might even be able to do signed memorabilia with memorabilia in general. That's a little something I don't know personally. But in general, you have to have the same encompassing group of items regarding your surprise set. So I can't do sports cards, and I can't do food. I can't do water. I can't do, I can't do something completely different than sports cards. I have to do only sports cards in my surprise set, such as I think it's going to be the same with professionally sealed products and why they're introducing these professionally sealed surprise set category. That's all I'm going to talk about here because we still have 8 minutes and 50 seconds where I can talk to you guys, but I really hope that this helped you out, and I think this is a very better me hitting my points a lot faster and more clearly and understanding, hopefully. If not, let me know in the description or in the comments below, and I hope that you got something out of this video for real. All right, so now I have looked up surprise sets on the search tab of Whatnot in general. I'm just clicking on the first one I see right here. Obviously, there's a ton of surprise set streams. This one's Pokemon in particular. They're running 10-second sudden death auctions, and this is what they are cracking down on, is these sealed products right here. This is exactly why they are cracking down on it. Look at that. That's a CGC Japanese 10. It's obviously black label, like pristine 10, going for like $90. My guess, maybe that might be close to $40 or $50 card or so. And that one in particular might be actually closer to what the auction are going for. But the acts of these sealed products where no one has any idea, in quotation marks, what cards are coming out or when, what things are all that, or like no one knows, buyer or seller, what's going to come out next, because technically there's a randomizer, so neither the buyer or the seller knows which one's going to go happen next. But they're cracking down on this because in general it's especially without the surprise set feature option, which a lot of literally no sports card people use. Literally, I think I scrolled down to like 200, 300, for like literally hundreds of surprise set streams on this tab here later on in the video that literally there was one, and actually it helped out for the sports card people. So I'm going to put this in terms of sports cards also here. So these slab rip only packets are pretty much if you had like CGC random cards graded pretty much, SGC random cards graded pretty much, like maybe like some vet base, maybe here and there some cooler ones. And then we're just going to go and scroll through So that's what they're cracking down on, is those homemade or not professionally, like not PSA or certain audited approved ones. Now these ones here, this is a completely different type of a professionally sealed surprise product here. This is all approved. This is actually what would actually be okay under the November 3rd policy, because this is all Pokemon sealed product. Pokemon sealed product is actually good. You can see here they have, it says actually right there, surprise item, 288 of 300 left. He starts the auction. It's going to go. The bids are coming in. I think it ends around $20 or so. And then the spinner rolls. So Poke Ventures wins there. You spinner rolls, and you get the Battle Partners pack, which is pretty much his probably his lowest tier item right there. So it's like a $3-4 or so item. And he actually has some nice value in there in general. Not too sure how this guy's making his money, but power to him. And technically, yes, this stream especially would actually hold up in the surprise set, professionally sealed surprise set category once that rolls out November 3rd. So if you're not a Pokemon guy or have no understanding what any of this means, think of it like this. The Big Chase is a hobby box. The Big Chase is a National Treasure box. The packs are just random loose packs. There's blasters, there's hangers, there's fat packs. So here, look at this. This is the checklist I was telling you guys about. He has filled out the checklist. He has quantity there. He has 211 of those battle styles packs there. So that is definitely the bulk filler for the repack here. So that kind of makes more sense. I thought there was only 30 packs he had of those ones, but you saw that entire checklist that was released. Everyone can go and look at what they're trying to buy for. People know those are the chase ones. People know that, hey, once I win that auction, the wheel is going to spin and I'm going to win something on this list. People only won the battle pack there because that's the most heavy one. I was trying to see if there was another stream I could see and look. This guy's actually doing it. I don't know. I don't think this one will actually be able to be done, because this is like it's a mixture of sealed and a mixture of just loose, just cards in general. It's not, not everything is one specific category. I think they're switching over to the professionally sealed being its own category, and then the cards in general, just sports cards, Pokemon cards in general being its own. So you can't really have a random reverse holo along with packs in the product. I don't think that would actually work. I might be able to, I never know. I have no idea. We don't know yet. We shall see. I think they're probably separating entities there is my guess. That is what I got out of it, because professionally sealed product, professionally sealed surprise set is completely different, just random surprise set. So now is where I think I try to find, like this coin one, not okay, as random professionally sealed things that people have no idea. And you can see here, I'm looking through, I'm trying to find a sports card one. There's a lot of Pokemon. There's a lot of coins. There's a lot of gold, precious metals. That is the biggest users of the surprise set category. It's why the sports cards guys have no idea. It's because look at these streams. It's Pokemon and precious metals, and then sneakers, and maybe some, something other. But there is literally no sports guys. I literally, I'm scrolling through, trying to find a sports guy. This one had Pokemon, but he had the football game going. He wasn't even selling sports cards in the sports card or in the sports watching stream that he was doing. He was selling Pokemon in the surprise set. That's how seriously low on the knowledge base it is. So this one here, this is a sports stream doing the doing these surprise sets. So this is something you guys should understand. 53 chasers here, surprise set. There's a checklist here. So it looks like there's a random card. There's a whole bunch of numbered cards that he has. And it tells you what items have went for $3 to $4. It looks like in the stream. This guy takes down an auction at $3, and he actually wins the custom Shohei slab. So this is something sports guys can actually resonate with. He wins this one, and the person then goes and takes it down off of the streamer board, that they have going there. It's all displayed on there, and he shows him the slab that he just won, and the dude's happy. And this is to my understanding, I don't think he has any packs and stuff. I think he might have to potentially in the future. My guess is be a little more transparent on what random card or serial numbered card would mean. But in general, this might be a perfect use of that surprise set category. So that's all I have. This should hopefully actually fully explain in detail what surprise sets are and what is being encompassed in that topic. But I appreciate you guys for watching, taking it easy with me. I hope I see you in the next one, and deuces.